Chris, where we heading? What we doing?
Wait, start that over again. Put
your seatbelt on, good sir. All right, where we heading? What we doing?
We're going for big smallmouth,
yeah.
Northern Michigan.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to do. It's up there with you, right? It's up there.
I like smallmouth. Anyway, you heard it from the man himself. Today we're going for smallmouth, guys. Being that I lived in Texas for the past few months, I haven't really gotten that good taste of smallmouth in quite some time. And I haven't been up to Michigan since last October, so this is a real treat. We've traveled 2 hours north from the marina that we were fishing yesterday, which you guys probably saw in the last video. And now we're hunting for small jaws. We're jacked, we're stoked. Hope to see you guys on the water. Stay tuned. We're already getting evidence before we even launch in the water. Look at that. Here, I'll show you when I jump on the boat. In case you haven't noticed yet, we have made it out in the water, just launched the boat. It's gorgeous out here. It's perfect smallmouth conditions. See, the thing is, usually when you're fishing on new lakes, kind of like what Chris and I are doing today, you look for telltale signs, like things to help you put together a pattern. I found this little guy right here before we even launched. This right here is a little crawdad. And for those of you who don't know, crawdads are like smallmouth gold, smallmouth candy. So we might have to match this little color pattern of bright red with some dark claws. We'll see. No hype, no jinxing, but I have a very good feeling that everything's gonna fall into place today and that Chris and I catch some fish. Wouldn't you say so, buddy?
I would. I really would.
Look at him getting that dope B-roll. Can't find a fish to save our lives. Oh! Got a follower. I got a follower. I got a follower. I got him. I got him.
Oh my God.
It's a walleye.
It's a walleye. It's a walleye.
Ah! This is not what we're after. Hey guys, right here we have the first beautiful smallmouth of the day. Just kidding, this is not what we're after. Nice little walleye. This is what a lot of people come up here to catch, walleye. And of course we try to catch smallmouth, and this is what we're gifted with. Just not exactly what we're after. Mwah. See you, dude. It's gorgeous. No walleye fillets today. Just catch and release. Oh, and I have a jerkbait in my sweatpants. Nothing.
It looks so good.
Sun move. Whew. Easy, easy, easy. Takarisi, hey takarisi. Chris and I just popped on over to the other end of the lake. This is spot number like 10 or 12. I'm just gonna quit keeping track at this point. And it looks
dusty.
It looks height. It's just sand. This is like the hot dog to the steak. We're looking, the rock is the steak, it's the filet mignon. We found the hot dog. And I like hot dogs, but I really like steak. I don't know, that was a pretty awful analogy. The main gist of it is right now is we can't find good smallmouth territory. Maybe these smallmouth in this lake, they hang around sand. I don't know. You got one? No way. You do have one, and it's got followers. There's followers. Oh, that one follower was pretty good, dude. Chris just caught his second smallmouth.
Hey, hold on.
Oh, there's one right there. Chris, look at the size of that one.
Where?
Look at the size of that one.
Oh my.
That's giant. That's giant. That's huge. It's huge. That's like a 5-pounder. Dude, that's a massive smallmouth. He's coming at it. He's coming at it.
Get him.
Oh, he turned. Dude, that is a huge, that's like a 5-pounder. Oh my God, my heart just stopped. That was a massive fish. Chris he's right there. He's literally just patrolling the bank. Oh my God, my heart has stopped. Chris just caught like this 2-pounder, and he's like, yeah, there's one that followed, and I get up on the front of the boat and I see this absolute stud. Like, if I don't know any better, it's like a 7-pound smallmouth. It is huge, every bit of like 21 inches. It's not spooked by us at all. It's just chilling by the boat. Chris threw a tube at it, nothing. I threw a jerkbait past it, nothing. That is a set, like 6.5, 7-pounder all day. And this is crazy too, because we have seen
we've seen every type of cover, and this is the worst.
I know, this is the worst looking cover we've seen. We've seen absolutely no fish, no smallmouth all day other than that walleye. There's one. Yo, hooked up. Haha, there we go. Smallie, I will take that all day. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. That's, oh. Come here. Look at that, folks. It is about time. It's starting to pick up. We found what basically is just like this little hump that has light sand. Whoop. I'm gonna put them back in the water. Light sand to dark sand. And it's just subtle enough to hold these fish. They're not chomping right now, but we're getting some good bites. Unintentionally using barbless hooks today, which is always good for the fish's health. There he goes, back in the water. Whew. And the funny thing is I used this jerkbait up in Manitoba, Canada with Aaron Weeb, and it's mandatory to snip the barbs off your hook. I wasn't gonna just get rid of this bait because I have no barbs on it, so today we're using a barbless jerkbait, which is kind of interesting because a lot of people think you have to use barbs in order to catch fish, but perfect example right there. That is a great way to absolutely boost your mood. Catch one of those fish after seeing no sign of them at all. Chris and I pulled up on this little hump that goes from light sand to a little bit less lighter sand, which to me sounds like the worst thing on earth to fish. I like looking for, you know, rock in 5 to 6 feet of water. So this is kind of weird fishing this, but that's where they're at. What's the other essential part? Oh, we're using jerk baits. Both using rip baits. His is a deep diving, mine is a shallow diving, so we're covering both bases at once. It's always good to kind of switch it up until you really nail down a pattern. We're not lighting them up right now, but we're slowly creeping into something that could be good. That's the game plan. Not much of a game plan, but we're working with it. Rip, 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 then pause, then some more rips, and then you pause it again. There he is. We're on. We're on. That's a good one too. Yeah, dude. No, it's a freaking peacock bass. Oh, heads up, Chris, heads up. Oh, that's a decent one. We'll take that small any day. Hey, he's doing acrobats. Ooh, you got a little eyebrow piercing there. Sorry about that, guy. All right, a little bit better. You can see that these fish are relating to sand because they're so pale. It's something. We're getting some. We're making some progress. This is my second smallmouth of the day, not a Mondosaurus Rex, but we will take anything right now as we're fishing new waters and uncharted territory for Chris's Outdoors Adventures in John B. Wow, that was cheesy. All right, back in the water you go.
You know, every time I hear my name, I cringe. So
There's one. I'm on. God, look, this was fighting pretty good. Those other ones have not been fighting. Get up here, Stinky. My God, look at this. This thing's pulling like a 7-foot rod. Yeah, and it's pulling like a 7-pound largie. This one's got a giant belly. Underbuster. Oh, look at that. Another quality fish.
That one a female?
I don't know. She's fat though. He's fat. He or she is fat. If you're hooking these fish on the front hook, you're doing something right. That means they're hungry and they're eating it out of aggression. I mean, look at the size of that mouth compared to the stomach. It's incredible they can fit all that food in there. Words cannot describe how amazing it feels that Chris and I have come upon this strange little spot of smallmouth. At the very least, we're getting bit and they're not walleye.
We're on the tip of the juice box.
We are just on the very tip, just the straw of the juice box right now.
To give them
We'll just go with that.
Where we're fishing right now, this fish, that's a small one.
Yeah, this is very, very tiny.
We are not doing very well yet.
And we know it's small, but it feels good. That's why we came out here, is just to catch smallmouth.
Not to totally downgrade your fish.
Yeah, I know. What are you trying to do, dude? You ass. Jerkbait strikes again. How was our day panned out?
How's my day planned out?
Both of our days.
I casted my lure off. The rod and reel fell in the water. It's all backlashed. I fell on the floor of the boat trying to get it.
I'm so happy. Yep. You know, guys, when we got to the spot, we were so strong. We were so level-headed. We felt like we were going to actually figure something out for once. And our little pattern just kind of like slowly dissolved away. Like just, it's gone. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's windy out here. The wind's picked up. We kind of lost our sun. We're thinking maybe some of these fish that were up shallow have moved off shallow. Holy And I think that our day is kind of, yeah, I think we suck. And I think our day is slowly slipping away from us. Yeah, so a bit disappointed. We still have daylight, so why quit fishing, right? Still possibly a chance that I could catch an 18 pounder. I got snot dripping from my nose. Look like Jimmy Neutron, and I haven't caught a smallmouth in about 2 hours. Got about an hour left of daylight here, give or take. I guess we have 3 hours of daylight left, but oh, I'm on.
Whoa.
I'm on. Stay on.
Positive thinking.
Look at that. I was just talking. I literally just got out from a nap, took one cast, and I caught a fish. I'm gonna have to keep pressure on this one because I have no barbs. All right. Oh my God, one hook. No barb and one hook. Ah, it's a graveyard scene out here. I took one cast after literally sitting down thinking about my life, and out she comes. See you, little bro.
Oh God.
That was huge.
I saw that one too. I was like, oh God. There we go. I'm on. No, he came off. Dude, he's back on. Dude, it's just not.
Just hold tight.
Not even moving. It's not even moving. Dude, please tell me this is a good one.
Dude, this is a big fish spot.
This is a good one.
Just keep him tight.
Oh man, it's got to be a good one, dude. Unless I hooked him funny, it's got to be good.
This is a big fish spot.
Dude,
The tension's so high.
oh my God.
Oh, it's a nice smallmouth.
You see him? Is it that big? Is it even that big? Oh, is it a good one? I can't tell. It's not a giant, but it's a good one. Here, I got it. You got it? I'll take it. I mean, that's a decent fish.
That's a football.
Yeah. Dude, that's probably like close to 4 pounds over how fat it is. Dude, I thought it was a stud.
I'll argue in this.
To think a fish that size fights like that and brings you in deep water is pretty incredible. I mean, I'm using 12-pound test on a 7-foot rod, so I can't even imagine what one of these Michigan 7-pounders feels like.
17.
It's a football though. Look at this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 16 and
16
a
and
half.
a half.
That's easily over 3.
I could have sworn it was like a freaking 5-pounder for sure.
Miracle.
I don't want to say, but this could be one of the last fish of the day. I mean, it's a stud, dude. It's an absolute freaking stud.
Brago, he's going way well.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. That's it, folks. We're heading out. Woo! Oh my God. We're off the water. Before I end today's video, I want to talk about what I was using, the kind of bread and butter to catch some of these fish, because it is important. I mean, I only used basically one setup all day to catch these fish. So we're gonna start down from the lure and work our way to the rod and reel. This right here is the only jerkbait that I threw that caught the smallmouth. This is a Megabass Vision 110. It's pretty much like an absolute smallmouth killer. I'm not much of like a free promotion. I don't like, you know, promoting companies that don't support this channel, but I will say this is an insanely good bait. I'll leave this linked in the description below so you can pick one up for yourself. It is a pricey bait, but if you've got like $24 to spend on one lure, this is the lure to spend it on. It's the suspending jerk bait. This is in one of my favorite colors too. I think it's like a Pro Blue Bone, or I forget. I have a terrible memory. The line that I was using is 12-pound fluorocarbon. It's really good to use fluorocarbon. Some guys use mono. I like fluoro. I'm either using 10 to 12-pound fluorocarbon. I'll leave the line also linked in the description below so you know pretty much everything. Let's just assume that everything I talk about, it's in the description below. The rod that I was using with this was a 7-foot medium heavy action rush rod, my favorite. Now this is a rod that I kind of didn't really have the choice to fish with today. I would have preferred fishing with like a 6'10 or 6'9, but it actually came in handy, and I actually prefer it over like a 6'9, especially today because we were working with a lot of wind. We were fishing clear water, so we needed to be pushed off those fish. In order to do so, and reach those fish, you need a longer rod. So those extra few inches within the 7-foot rush really enabled me to kind of get that long cast. And a lot of my bites, I got on like the 3rd or 4th jerk, so they were hitting it far out. It's unorthodox, but I would recommend it. And look how soft that tip is too. You want some give. You don't want like a frog rod when you're fishing jerkbaits. The reel is a 6.2-to-1 gear ratio casting reel. The one important thing about a casting reel is you want smooth drag. Watch how I pull this. That just slides right off. That's super important, mainly because when you've got a fish that is running, you know, like 10, 15 miles per hour at the bait, crushing that bait full force, while you're jerking it away from them, you want some give. You want that give in the rod and in the drag. Otherwise, you're gonna rip those hooks right out of its mouth. So having a reel with soft drag is key. That's a setup that really kind of tied everything together today. I wish it would have seen more action, but it did good and it handled those fish with ease. Again, all this linked in the description below, so you can pick it up for yourself and hopefully catch more fish than Chris and I did today. I can't say I would have changed anything about what we did. I think we approached today with a good mindset. The Michigan tour that Chris and I are on right now has not ended yet. We will actually be fishing with the one and only famous smallie killer, Ben Nowak. Well, he doesn't kill smallies, but he slays them. Ben's a great dude, and he's actually helped us a lot up here, giving us a ton of local knowledge and gearing us in the right direction. We couldn't have done this trip without him. We're getting a chance to fish them tomorrow after he hops off work, so that should be fun. We're gonna fish a river, do a little more of a challenge opposed to just kind of getting out there and fishing like we have been in the past few days, and I'm hoping it's a great video. With all that in mind, folks, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and as always, keep fishing, or I guess keep smallmouthing, never stop. Watching Chris do his outros is about as painful as me wearing these junked up, janky looking smallie spotters.